Hey guys, so no real debate this week, but I thought I would give y'all sort of a discussion that kind of started this whole thing. I hope y'all really enjoy it. By the way, don't forget to join me next week with last week's winner, World King Kanji, as we discuss who the biggest ladies man is in Dragon Ball. Anyway, so since this isn't a normal debate, I want you to tell me who you think the winner is with a hashtag future sword for Trunks and a hashtag my pitchfork for the farmer. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Z discussion video today. Today I'm joined by Dimzy's Domain. You want to say hi, man?
What's up?
And we're also joined by One Piece Nation. Want to say hi?
Hey, what's up? I got nothing.
Yeah, that's a new thing. All right, guys. So today we're talking about something really silly, but also something kind of been on my mind for a really long time now, and that is if we take the two characters in the series that were said to have power levels of 5 and put them in a death match between each other. And I'm talking about the farmer from the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z where Raditz reads his power level and kills him with the bullet from the shotgun, and Trunks, who came down to fight Mecha Frieza, and Mecha Frieza's guy was like, oh, he has a power level of 5, we'll kick his ass. So right now, obviously, Trunks is going to win that battle because Trunks is a Super Saiyan and everything. He can raise his power level beyond 5. It's not just naturally 5. But I'm actually talking about what if Trunks could not go past his power level of 5. This means like he can't use Ki Blast, he can't use anything. He has his swords, and he has his sword, and he has his ability as a fighter. And that's it. Like, that's all he has. And then the farmer has his pitchfork, his truck, and his gun, and we're going to put them in a death match to each other. Who do we think would win? And I'm just going to jump in and say I definitely think it's the farmer who's going to win, and I have my reasons, both canon and non-canon. So for one is like the first non-canon thing. Like, obviously we all know, whether you've seen it or not, you probably know that in Dragon Ball GT, Trunks gets into a car wreck and then he's nearly dead. Like, he just almost dies for whatever reason. It's not canon, but it's funny. And honestly, if the farmer has his truck, he's going to destroy Trunks with it just by hitting him with the car, right? So he has that in his favor. But also we have this stuff in Dragon Ball Super where it's like, is it, and this is part of a real discussion, is it that the power level is low, that you're not focusing on it? If the power level is low and you're not on guard, can you get hit by something like a laser to the chest, or a car wreck or something, or a gun or anything like that? If you can't raise your power level to dodge, are you just as vulnerable as an actual human being? Now, if we look at that in the sense of like the world of Dragon Ball, we do know that Raditz was able to kill the farmer by flicking the bullet shot back at him. And also when we look at Dragon Ball, we know that when Goku was a little kid, Bulma shot him in the head, and he was stronger than a level 5 person and on guard at the time, was able to kind of deflect and not get hurt by the bullet. Now, is that just because of his Saiyan DNA and his strength, and like obviously no matter his power level he's not going to be hurt by a bullet? Or is it something to have to do with power level and being on guard and all that stuff? So I'm going to throw it up to you guys. Like, what do you have to say, Dimzy?
I want to go with Trunks, because think of it like this: we've all had that scenario where the kid versus the old guy. The old guy he's the more not gullible, but clumsy guy with a shotgun. He might not be able to even get his aim right with the truck as well. Remember, to turn and that, Trunks can always sidestep it. Now, are we going to assume that Trunks has the same speed as, remember when Hercule he dodged the bullet from, what was the evil human? Someone help me out.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The guy who killed the dog.
Yeah, the guy who killed the dog, that bastard,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The most evil man in Dragon Ball. But he dodged his bullet, but I don't expect Trunks to be able to dodge his bullet in terms of, because remember, Hercule was a very good martial artist. Trunks, I'm only going to pick him because of his nippiness as a child, as a younger person who probably will have the upper hand from when fighting the farmer, who's quite old. He has a pitchfork, he has a gun, he has too many weapons, whereas Trunks Trunks just has one sword. Honestly, he can use it as a javelin to chuck it on the farmer. What's the farmer gonna do? Oh shit, let me block it with one fork. Oh no, might as well do my shotgun. Oh, I'm driving in the truck. So Trunks will outsmart him. And remember, this is the Trunks that comes from the desolated future. He's a survivor, he's a fighter, and in one way or another, he will win. Honestly, who would have better aim? Trunks can probably pick up a rock and chuck it at the farmer and kill him, whereas the farmer would try and aim with the shotgun. And I'm gonna assume that Trunks has enough precision to maybe even block a few bullets with the sword, because this is anime and that's what anime characters do with swords. If you want to have a sword, you need to be able to block bullets. So yeah, I'm biased. I'm gonna pick Trunks.
One Piece.
Well, I agree with what you said about blocking the bullet, because you said Trunks would have an average power level, but that means some physical thing, like his ability to see people that are moving very fast. He could probably still do that, so he could probably still see the bullet.
Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, like...
So, the other still has all his skill as a fighter. I could go with Trunks mostly because of that. Like, he still knows, like, moves that most people probably couldn't even fathom learning. Like, he was trained by Gohan, who was trained by Piccolo.
I must point you towards Jacko from Dragon Ball Super, who is far weaker than most of the Z-Cast. However, he could keep up with the fight between Beerus and Goku, so therefore, no, it was not Beerus and Goku, it was Frieza and Goku. But does power level have an indication on sight? I don't think it does, and Trunks will have the ingenuity to do it. So Mark, I disagree with your logic that a farmer, this old man who has a pot belly and a fork and a shotgun and a truck, who can multitask, he's a man, men can't multitask. How the hell is he going to find a way to kill Trunks, who survived the androids?
I will say this in terms of like just sheer power level, and that is a really good point with the whole, is the power level the determination of whether they can keep up with something or not, or is that just the experience of having looked in favoritism? Because obviously, like Krillin and all this, he can keep up with Cell, Majin Buu, all these people that are like way beyond him. So obviously, this stuff isn't really power level driven, which is a really good point, and also the fact that, the farmer, if I'm not mistaken, closes his eyes before he shoots at rabbits, so indicating that he's not very good with the gun. So
he's that paranoid old man who thinks that someone's gonna take his crops. He's like, "Oi, get off my land!" Trust me. So your argument is invalid.
And there's also the fact that Trunks also, that sword is a pretty damn tough sword. Like, that sword is probably the most powerful, the best sword in the world, considering it can be wielded by a freaking Super Saiyan. Like, you can hit somebody with the strength of a Super Saiyan with that, and it will shatter.
That's not fair, because he's obviously feeding ki through it.
Agreed.
So you think that's how he does it?
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the whole point of King Cold taking his sword and thinking that would be the determining factor.
Agreed.
True.
But anyway, guys, I feel like we've kind of talked this situation kind of to whatever. What do you guys think? Would you tell us in the comment section below in terms of who do you think would win in a fight when they can't go, they have to stay at level 5 and they have these weapons that we've determined that they would probably have?
It would honestly be Broly, I'm just saying.
No Broly jokes, no Broly. Anyway, guys,
Okay.
I will leave in the description below the links to Dimzy and One Piece's channels. If you should really check them out, you should really think of it. They're really good. Dimzy covers Dragon Ball and Digimon stuff. Obviously, One Piece Nation covers One Piece stuff and Dragon Ball stuff from time to time. He also he does a weekly Dragon Ball podcast that is really awesome. Y'all should also check that out. Anyway, everyone have a nice day. Thanks for watching.
Your pun game is strong. Do you know how many times you said Rio? Rio. Goes with the name.